gonna win first. What's up, everybody? My name's Jack Dennehy. I have the pleasure of being Matthew's co-best man tonight and his older brother the past 23 years. Growing up with Matthew is a lot of fun, for me at least. Our 6 to 7 year age gap provided me with what I would call slight advantages to accumulate undefeated records against him in driveway basketball, games of Madden, and our wrestling game of Tap Out, where we would wrestle on the open floor and I would put Matthew into chokeholds, arm bars until he tapped out. Impressive, I know. Not sure how much you like that one, but I did. That's what little brothers are for. Matthew's also a pretty funny little kid. One story in particular that stands out the most to me is when Matthew was in what must have been kindergarten or first grade. He came home spewing a story to our family about how great of a day at school it was. Why was it such a great day? Well, Matthew claimed Tayo Cruz came to his school and played his hit song Dynamite at recess to all the kids at Mason Middle Hill Childhood Center. Obviously not. But Matthew wouldn't break, despite us all calling out his clear lie. He kept that story going for years, until one day he shamefully admitted his untruthfulness. Knowing this now about Matthew, you can imagine my hesitation when we fast forward to 2023. Matthew and I are in the car driving to a Reds game together when our sister called Matthew. He puts her on the car speakerphone and dramatically says, "I need to tell you both something." Based on his delivery of that, in my head I'm thinking something horrible's coming next. Nope. I have a girlfriend, were his next words. I was convinced we had another Tayo Cruz situation on our hands. I spent the game asking him some questions to vet this thing out. What's her name? Where's she from? How'd you meet? What did she do? And so on and so on. I came away convinced this girl, Katie, was real. Despite all the great things Matthew had to say about Katie, I knew there had to be a catch or a red flag coming. That red flag didn't present itself for a couple months later when I finally met Katie. Found out she was an Ohio State fan. Horrible. But despite Katie's poor judgment in sports fandom, that's surely her only red flag. She is so kind, extremely thoughtful, smart, and yes, you're very funny too. It's truly special to see how happy you make my brother, and I'm honored to now be able to call you my sister-in-law. One of Matthew's nicknames, as some of you may know, is Hot Take Carl. This primarily stems from his incredible ability to shoot off controversial and emotional takes from the hip. They're usually in one way or the other about how some coach needs to be fired or some star player needs to be benched. Controversial take after controversial take. The least controversial take Matthew's ever told me, though, is when he told me he was going to ask Katie to marry him. Because you two are perfect for one another, and that was clear from the first time I saw you together. I love you both, and can't wait to watch you grow your lives with one another from here on out. Now please join me in raising your glasses to Katie and Matthew. Cheers, everybody.